Welcome guys, today we'll be looking at digital SAT's math section. So first we'll have an overview of the test and we'll look for some general strategies for success. So DSAT Math overview. So first thing that you should know is we will start doing math section once we finish our evidence-based reading writing. When we finish both modules of English section, we'll have two modules of math section, and each section will be 35 minutes long. Each module, will be 35 minutes long, and in each module there will be 22 questions, so that will be about 90 seconds for each question. And here we can see the content breakdown of SAT Math. So about 70% of all the questions will be from the topics algebra and advanced math, and the other 30% will be from problem solving and geometry, interface, and on-screen tools. So in digital SAT you will have a digital calculator, which is Desmos, for both modules. And you'll also have a timer on your screen and ability to mark for a review and zoom tools that will help you to enhance focus. And you will also be able to eliminate wrong choices using the option eliminator. And scoring system. So one of the important updates in transforming from paper SAT to digital SAT was its new scoring system. So in digital SAT there's an adaptive scoring, which means the difficulty of the questions which you will have in module 2 in both English and math sections will be based on your performance of module 1. So if you do well on module 1, you will have more difficult questions in module 2, and you will also have a better chance to get a good score, a high score. But that does not mean that you can avoid hard questions and by screwing up your module 1 and still get good scores. If you will have an easy module 2 because of your many mistakes in module 1, you will probably get a maximum 600. Well, I think 600 is also impractical. Maybe you'll get around 500 if you screw up your module 1 and get easy module 2. So try to do less mistakes in module 1, and if you have a chance, like if you can get all the questions correct in module 1, you will have much better chance to get 750 plus in your module in the math section of your test if you do well in module 2 also. So try to get all the easy questions correct so that you will have a better chance to get higher score. So another important thing to focus on SAT is time. So try to manage your time and start with easier questions. Always try to get all the easy questions correct, and then try to solve harder questions, and do not get stuck on a single question too long, because the other questions which you haven't looked for yet might be easier, and you may get them correct during the time which you are spending for that one question. So try to do all the easy questions first, and if you see a hard question, try to skip it first, and once you finish looking through all the questions and get all the easy questions correct, go back to that hard questions and do them lastly, because doing a mistake in a easier question will cost you more than doing a mistake in a hard question. So try to uh, solve easy questions first and do not make any mistake in easy questions. As I have mentioned before, you will have a digital calculator in SAT, which is Desmos, and you should know how to use the Desmos wisely. So you should be using Desmos for complex calculations and for the questions which require you to uh, have a better, for example, imagination of graphs maybe. So if you're really struggling to uh, think about something, you can just type in type its formula in and look at its graph. This may help you to have a better idea about how to solve that question and get to know with all calculator features beforehand. Try to use every function, every feature that is present in Desmos, so that because you don't know what type of questions will come in SAT for sure, but so you should have a familiarity with all the features in Desmos, because some questions may seem difficult, but if you know you how to use Desmos well, you may get them easily correct. And do not over rely on Desmos, because for some questions, for simple problems, doing calculations in your mind, I mean mental math, may be faster way to solve that question. Process of elimination. So knowing how to eliminate options is also very helpful when you are taking any test. So try to eliminate clearly wrong answers first, but you need to make sure 100% that they are wrong, and uh, so that you can focus on the other options which have a higher chance of being correct. And if you don't know how to solve some kind of problems, try to use substitution. I mean, if you need to find the value of x, and in the options there will be four values of x, so try to substitute each values of x into the equation which you are struggling to solve, and uh, try to substitute them so that you can check if that value of x is correct or not. And sometimes you may estimate the answer. It may also help you if you don't have enough time, for example, to get the accurate exact value of your calculations. You can also estimate them, but if you have time, try to do accurate calculations. So, and increase your chance by narrowing down options. Yeah. So if you know that two of the options are 100% wrong, and so that you will have two other options left, and guessing between those two options will give you 50-50 chance of getting the question correct. But if you will guess from the initial four answers, you will have 25% of getting chance of getting the question correct. So narrow down your choices so that you even your guess will have a higher chance of being correct. And some common mistakes to avoid. So do not misread questions or do not skip any steps. Be careful with the sign errors and decimal misplacements, and do not panic under pressure. And one important thing is try to practice 2 or 3 times before your real exam, so that you will have at least at least you will have an experience that is close to the real exam before the actual exam, because it is important to not panic, because as I have mentioned, you will have a very limited time and you will have about 1.5 minutes for each question approximately. So trying to being able to manage your time and staying calm will help you a lot in the exam. So try to practice under timed conditions. And here comes our final tips for success. And our first tip is prioritize easy questions and leave hard ones to the end, because doing a mistake in easy questions will cost you more marks than doing mistake in hard ones. So try to make sure that you get all the easy questions correct, and then only start working on your hard questions. It will help you to maximize your score. And using Desmos does not always mean saving time. So sometimes doing mental math may save you a lot of time. For example, you might have a basic equation, so you can just do mental math, or you can use pen and paper and write it in your paper and get the answer faster maybe. And use official practice tests and simulate test conditions. So as I have mentioned before, try to at least have 2 or 3 times practice tests in Blue Book, so that you'll have an experience which is closer, like really close to the actual exam. It will help you to stay calm during the exam. So, and identify your weak areas and work on them. Use YouTube or textbooks. So I would suggest you, if you're if you have just started your preparation for SAT, try to take one diagnostic test, or like just take one practice test in Blue Book and identify your weaknesses and work on them. You should be honest with yourself. Try to just use that practice test to know your level of English or level of math, and work on them, because you may be really good in advanced math, but you may be having some problems with your geometry or trigonometry. So identify those weak areas, and you can search for some videos in YouTube, or you can use different textbooks and review your mistakes thoroughly. Do not just correct them. So try to look for each question which you got wrong, and try to analyze why did you get that question wrong. What was your mistake? Was it just an error during the if I missed any signs, or did you just skip some steps? So review your mistakes. And the final tip is stay confident and calm on test day, because panicking will not help you to just solve the hard questions which you haven't solved yet, or which you are not familiar at all. So try to stay calm, because even doing 1 or 2 mistakes on hard questions, you still have a really good chance of getting a perfect score from math. So just stay calm and try to use your knowledge as much as possible. And thank you for your attention, guys. We will be also uploading the this PPT on our Telegram channel. So follow us on YouTube, on Telegram,